Johnson Sakaja's story of marriage begins years back when he met his first wife, a woman named Nekesa. She was striking, intelligent, and by all accounts supportive. Together they began a journey that seemed destined for forever. In the early years, their union was blessed with 3 children, and to many outsiders, their home appeared stable. But as it often happens, with men climbing the steep ladder of politics, shadows began to creep in. As Sakaja's political profile grew, whispers turned into accusations. His first wife, Nekesa, would later reveal in painful detail that their marriage had been haunted by 2 dark forces, infidelity and alcohol. She accused him of late nights, broken promises, and a failure to be the father their children needed. For her, the marriage was not simply collapsing, it was becoming toxic, a source of trauma not only for herself, but also for the young lives caught in between. The courtrooms would later echo with these accusations, painting a picture of a man torn between ambition and responsibility. And so, what once began as a hopeful love story ended in bitterness and separation. Nekesa moved forward with the children, while Sakaja continued his political journey, now shadowed by personal controversy. Yet, as with many politicians, life never paused for long. New chapters were already unfolding. Around 2017, Sakaja's name began to be linked with another woman, June Ndewa. June was not an ordinary partner, she was a nominated MCA, a woman with her own political career, and interestingly, she had been Sakaja's secretary during his time as a senator. Their relationship blossomed at a time when his political star was burning brightest. With June, Sakaja fathered 2 children, bringing new joy into his life but also new questions from the public. Theirs, however, was not a smooth journey either. Behind the closed doors, reports suggested the same shadows that plowed his first marriage lingered in this new relationship too. Allegations of infidelity surfaced once again, and whispers of excessive drinking continued. There were even moments when June reportedly fled their home with the children, citing fear and tension. Though she has stood by him in many public moments, their union has been one of both love and storms, carrying the weight of past mistakes into a present already strained by political pressures. Then there is Beatrice. Beatrice Sakaja, the current First Lady of Nairobi County, presents a very different chapter. Reserved, graceful, and quietly powerful, Beatrice has chosen a life away from the public limelight, yet she is far from invisible. In the moments that matter most, she emerges, not with loud speeches, but with his subtle influence. It was Beatrice who once opened one of Sakaja's most defining speeches at the launch of TNA, the party that propelled him into political stardom. Behind the scenes, she balances business, motherhood, and the quiet but heavy responsibilities of being the wife of a governor. Together with Sakaja, Beatrice has built a home blessed with 2 sons. She has chosen to raise them in what she calls a cocoon, protecting them from the noise of politics and the harsh glare of media criticism. To her, it is important that their children know the truth about their father's work, that they understand what is said on the screen, but also that they feel safe and grounded. Beatrice has often described her husband as the most handsome man in the room, showing glimpses of humor and affection, even when the public conversation is hard. For Sakaja, she represents not just a partner, but a stabilizing force, some who shields, supports, and steadies him in the turbulence of leadership. Yet, despite this image of stability, Sakaja's private life remains a hotbed of speculation. On social media, some Kenyans admire his charisma and political sharpness, while others criticize him harshly, calling him superficial or mocking his struggles. There are those who question his leadership, his education, even his personal discipline. For many, his family life becomes an easy target in political debates, where his marriages and children are used as evidence of either his humanity or his flaws.